Be accurate.
And we're back. Thank you again. You son of a bitch.
I love it. God,
Thank
I love
you
it.
again, sponsors, and Evan for making me break in my intro again. Let's get into the news. News. Well, let's just go ahead and talk about it. We just finished watching the little trailer. Project White.
It's racist.
It does feel like it, doesn't it?
Slightly.
But it's WIGHT, so it's like a spirit or a ghost, one would say.
Mm. It
Only
didn't
this
look
is-
like a ghost.
No. This is a game from a group of developers. They're ex-Battlefield guys.
Looked like a scary groundhog.
You look kind of like the alien from Alien 3.
Or a whistle pig.
Yeah, Whistle Pig.
Well, all right then.
He got it.
Yeah.
He won this.
So this is like a super pretty PC and potentially slated for a console game, where it's a first-person like open-world RPG set in Viking times, where you are some sort of monster that is being hunted down and killed by all the Vikings. You start as like a baby and then grow up to become full.
It's like a really long evolve.
Yeah, kinda. Or like if you were playing as the bird dog from The Last Guardian, only
No.
vicious.
And it came out.
Anyway, a lot of people have said this kind of looks like Skyrim if you play as a dragon or something in like an open world RPG. That particular element looks cool. The combat looks super fluid and quick. Like it looks pretty badass for a first time studio.
Oh, that game was gorgeous. Obviously, we watched it on PC, watching it run on PC. I'd love to see. I mean, say what you want. We're gonna have, and I want PlayStation Pro and Scorpio to get some exclusive titles.
They should.
And I'd love to see a game that came out on console that looked that pretty. Like that looked like the lighting effects in that game were stupid.
I also think we get another PlayStation here in about 2 years, maybe.
I think they're
to match
regretting
Scorpio.
Yeah, I think they're regretting what they did ahead of
really-
Scorpio coming out.
I really hope that like the words of Phil Spencer are true, in which we're not going to see an Xbox every 2 years.
Maybe. I mean, Scorpio is what it says it is. Then I mean, they wouldn't be able to really top that in 2 years. Not and like keep it affordable.
Right.
The PlayStation Pro is much closer to the Xbox One S than it is what Scorpio is supposed to be. So
Yeah, it's a
there's
little
room
bit
for them
more-
to grow.
It's a little bit more powerful.
Slightly
the
more.
additional RAM that's in there. I mean, it's nice to have. I'm sure. I'd like to get one, but I'm not like it. If this were PlayStation's version of Scorpio, I would probably be like buying one.
Yeah,
for
but it's
sure.
not. It's way closer to the S than what it is. I mean, it's a fine little, and it's nice for me because my PlayStation sucks, so I'm gonna get a nice little upgrade. But
Yeah, I could stand.
but games like this and stuff would be cool. I mean, that's a nice little thing to get. It's not like it's Tomb Raider and fuck you can't play it unless you buy a new console.
Yeah, no,
something like this is that's a fun little thing, and no one's gonna bitch too hard if they can't play this because they can't afford a new console. I don't think.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. That moment where you bit the Viking in the neck and then kicked him off the side of the
Super
mountain
dead.
and then just flew away. Like the mechanics of this game look really cool. I don't know how
long
a
could you play
story
this?
plays out.
Yeah.
Or I mean what the actual end goal is, so to speak. I don't know, but I'm intrigued to see where they go with it for sure.
That's a good teaser.
For sure.
Yeah, it definitely it's the prettiest fucking thing I've seen in a long time.
It felt like an E3
Yes.
stage demo,
Yes, it
but
did.
not on an E3 stage.
It looked like watching Unraveled, except without the most nervous man in the world and the most like adorable little character
Fair
of all
enough.
time.
That's true. They just got the world's most bland human being to introduce it.
Yep,
The Uncharted movie.
it's happening.
Potentially.
Sony, there has been a lot of buzz. I don't talk about this. I read about it a lot when researching for the movie TV show, but I always let Josh have this because there's never enough news.
There really isn't.
So,
It will be in December when PlayStation Experience happens.
so
not.
there's been no, there won't. That was for funsies.
Oh no, it wasn't. I can't hear your
Um,
fucking ass because you keep looking straight at Evan and not talking into your
He's the
microphone.
only one talking.
Also, I fucked it up when I did that. Keep going. Keep talking.
He's
I don't
the
remember
only
what I was
one
saying at
talking.
this point.
Act natural.
I'm acting naturally.
Something
This
about
is how
Paul
I-
Reiser, I think.
Something fucking him.
You think he's gentle?
I know he's gentle.
Does he keep the sweater vest on?
Anyway, the news
What
is
are we talking about?
The
I don't
news
know.
is that
Fucking
Sony
Paul
has
Ryder.
Oh
hired-
yes, that is being fast tracked.
Yeah, Sony has hired Sean Levy, who did a couple episodes of Stranger Things this past year, to direct it. He has come out basically saying they are going to be shooting in summer 2017, and he doesn't want to hear any fan casting. He's going to make his decision on this movie on its own
That's interesting. Summer 2017.
for shooting.
Yeah, at best. I mean, that has to be a summer movie. So
You
they
think?
better hope there's no. Yes, that needs to be a summer movie or spring movie. And
Yeah.
I could see it working
That-
in fall.
that's not. Maybe if it was the second Uncharted movie and the first one had done well. I mean, it doesn't have to be. I mean, you've seen other franchises debut in the fall like that and do well, but that just has the
Yeah.
feel of it needs to be a summer movie. Maybe a Christmas movie. Maybe that'd be the only
I
other
could
way to
see-
go.
I could see it on Christmas. I could see it
Pull
kind of
a,
doing that,
uh,
like fun family romp type thing.
Pull
without
an
being-
Assassin. Maybe they may be hoping Assassin's Creed starts a trend of like, hey, let's get an awesome video game movie at
Right.
at
Because
Christmas.
the video
But
game movie that came out this summer did not do well in the box. I don't know what else to do, man.
You're fine, dude.
what came out
I'm
this summer?
just-
Warcraft.
Oh yeah, well it did in China. Here it did not do well.
China. I am intrigued because this does have two potential like really long lead situations with it. Either there's a ton of practical effects with like set design and things like that to like really sell you on the like rating of these ancient tombs, or there's a shit ton of CG to do that, in which case there's a ton of post-production time. So unless they're planning on like 2019 for this movie, they do have to hope that this goes like perfectly.
Yeah,
They have to get the cast in place. They have to make sure that the script is accurate, like 100% what they want it to be, and just be like
This
able
feel-
to hit the ground running.
this feels like a 2019 movie.
It feels probably closer to 2019.
We shall
I hope.
see.
I really hope they nail this. They have to nail the cast. I mean, it's just got to have the right feel.
What if I were to tell you Nick Cage?
Listen, I like Nick Cage more than most, but no.
I mean, what if
Sully.
Uncharted? What if Uncharted and National Treasure 3 became the same movie?
I just give me National Treasure 3.
I really want
True
National
story.
At
Treasure
this point,
3.
if Sully isn't J.K. Simmons, I'm going to be pissed.
It has to be, right?
I mean,
It ought to be.
It should be, yeah.
I don't know who else would play it.
Martin Sheen.
No.
He's too old. It would kill him.
Nah, he'd be fine.
Just running around in a hover around finding treasure.
God damn it, kid.
Yeah. You know what-
Rascals don't go up steps like this.
You know what else feels like a 2019 movie? The Sonic the Hedgehog live action movie.
We can only hope.
Live action.
Yeah.
I hear he can really move. If that song's not in it, I'll be pissed.
You're
Talk to Tim
prepared to
Miller.
be pissed.
Oh, God, it should be in it.
So Tim Miller left Deadpool 2 and immediately decided to start working on a live action CG hybrid Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
That's the natural progression of the world.
There's no chance this movie's good, right?
I don't think there's a chance this movie comes out.
If it does, I bet it's awesome though.
Sure.
Come on, man. That director doing something that ridiculous? I,
I
think it's
mean,
possible.
Granted, Deadpool is amazing, but all the
He
right.
also had great writing. He had a fantastic lead who really wanted to get
He
the
had
agree.
Deadpool.
That's fair.
Ryan Reynolds was born for that shit.
Now, if Jaleel White's ready to come out of retirement, then yeah, then maybe he can have the perfect Sonic the Hedgehog.
God almighty.
Man,
No,
I
this,
can't
it's-
imagine what's going to be with this movie.
It's going
I-
to be interesting.
It may be terrifying to look at. Like you're just like, ugh. Have you seen some of the stills from Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah.
It scares the bejesus out
It
of me.
looks
Yeah.
I haven't
incredible.
seen it.
It looks incredible, but those things
talking
are going
about
to
the-
give me nightmares.
The dance, the big.
Yeah, I was
they
like,
did it?
holy shit,
It's-
that is the stuff of nightmares.
Could you see Angela Lansbury in the background singing "Tale as Old as Time"?
Angela Lansbury.
Angela
the
Lansbury,
Beauty and the
Trey.
Beast.
Who's that?
You
The beautiful
goddamn
song
son of a
stylings
bitch.
of whatever that guy's voice is.
Number 6 on my most overrated actress list. There, that's what you get, you son of a bitch.
Who was the guy's voice that I was supposed to say?
Oh, the town.
Horatio Ignacio,
That's not it at all.
Robert something.
No, the competent voice work of one Mr. Robbie Benson.
Robbie Benson. Trey,
I don't know who the fuck that is.
you should.
No, I shouldn't.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I haven't forgotten.
Okay,
We'll get this right one day.
never forget.
No, never.
Speaking of raiding tombs, though. Yeah?
That sounded rapey.
I'm gonna stick with it. Shadow of the Tomb Raider? Anybody?
Penny Raid. The Shadow of the Tomb Raider of the Colossus. Something. Whatever.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So,
That's been rumored for a while. It seems to be confirmed now.
continuing
Well,
a
quote unquote
long
confirmed.
standing tradition of people who work on video games just leaving their laptop open on transit.
In Montreal. It's
Like-
all been
Yeah.
from up there.
What the fuck, man?
People look at your screen.
Close the laptop. Like Assassin's Creed Unity was leaked because some dude was on a plane and somebody was like, "Oh, what are you working on?" He's like, "Assassin's Creed Unity." And then this guy just left his laptop open and somebody was like, "Oh, that says Shadow of the Tomb Raider on there." Well, I'm going to go ahead and post that on the internet because that's what I do.
Would you not?
No, absolutely. I don't blame that guy at all. I blame the idiot with the laptop open.
I
Unless
mean,
he did it on purpose.
yeah. I mean, I thought we might see it anyways. Now I pretty much guarantee we see new
Yeah.
Tomb Raider at E3 this year, which is exciting. God, I love that franchise so fucking much. but
Interestingly, though, it's not Crystal Dynamics.
It's not Ubi.
It's
but
Eidos Montreal.
Yeah,
who are the
Eidos.
guys who did Mankind Divided.
which
So, if you like
evidently
Deus
is a
Ex,
spectacularly made game. But
Trey.
What?
Crystal
like Deus Ex?
Deus Ex is all right.
Crystal Dynamics is still involved, but they're not the lead developers.
Yeah, which I mean, it's interesting that they would pass it off. I mean, I would assume Rise did pretty okay.
I mean,
you
it's
see
doing
where,
better now that two versions of it
Yeah.
are out.
Did you see where Camilla Lunnington's the voice of Zatanna in the Justice League Dark animated movie?
Really?
No, that's pretty awesome. though.
I think she's awesome as Lara Croft.
She is very good. I mean, as long as she brings that same kind of energy to the role, that sounds
Vigor.
awesome. Vigor would work too.
I like Vigor.
I like Vigor.
Vigor?
You don't?
Is that a Viking?
No, it sounds like a He-Man villain.
Yeah.
He's got lots of energy.
Vigor!
I feel like if it's a He-Man villain, it has to say man afterwards. So Vigor man.
No.
No, that's ridiculous.
Don't
I'm
take
just
my
saying.
thing.
I mean, Skeletor's not Skeletor Man.
He's like the only one. That's
Skeletor
not
man!
Superman.
Let's see.
Go on,
Beast Man, Merman, Trapjaw.
man.
Man. You were slightly faster than me. Good job.
Yeah.
Man E-Faces. Man. No.
No.
You have Manny faces.
Anyway, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I'm excited to see it.
Oh, hell yeah. No, I love that franchise. I can't wait to play another one of those.
Yeah, totally. I mean, Rise was great. The reboot was great. Like, yeah, I'm totally excited to see that. But it's a little earlier than I was actually expecting. I know that it's been out for a year already on Xbox, but still felt like there was a little bit more time from the reboot to Rise being announced as well. So I'm intrigued. BlizzCon was this past weekend.
It was.
And,
Give me some. That used to mean nothing to me until Overwatch came out.
well, before that, though, it turns out for the 10th year or 20th year anniversary of Diablo 1, Diablo 3 is getting a little update.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just Diablo 3. They got some new stuff,
Yeah.
which I bought and I'm waiting to play still.
God, I am excited. So they're bringing back basically like a 23 level expansion for it that is basically just Diablo 1 in the Diablo 3 universe. The game is being reskinned to look like the original Diablo. You are going through this set path very much the way the original Diablo was, and then you can it's back to eight directional movement as well. It's not the same free flowing movement that you had in Diablo 3. It's really cool for somebody who liked the game, loved the original Diablo. To be able to do this and play online with friends again, I kind of really hope that I have a machine that can play that in the time it comes out, because I don't know if it's coming to console or not. You would hope.
You would think.
It's sold really, really well on consoles.
Yeah, it did.
You want to buy my copy?
No, because then you'd have to play.
Yeah, you got to keep it so we can play.
Yeah.
We're not gonna.
That's
We
how the
might
games
one
work.
day.
We're not.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna play it while I watch Michael J. Fox.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Not the show.
No,
The person.
no, not at,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna break into his house and use his Xbox, PlayStation,
I'm sure he
whatever.
lives. I'm sure he lives at the same place you do now.
Yeah, probably.
What is your deal with that place?
Huh?
What is your deal with that place?
I mean, he's gonna get robbed.
Why? I lived there for 2 years, right across the street.
I
It's
said,
not
no,
a
you
bad
didn't.
neighborhood.
I was about to say the same thing. Yeah, it's really not in that bad part of town at
What a
all.
weird.
Trey's mom is scared because black people live below him, though.
Mm-hmm.
For
Yeah.
real?
Yeah, my mom's all of a sudden I moved into this place that you became a racist for the first time in like 60 some
I-
years.
That's not so much racist, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but ignorance of just not being around it and knowing.
That's fair. That's fair. Either way, it was really funny.
My mom would be scared of it too. To be fair.
Hold on. I gotta know the wordage here. Like, how was
no,
this
we're not
brought
talking
up?
about this on the podcast. Keep going.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Parents say things, man.
They
It's
do,
okay.
and we're not going to say those things again on the air.
All right, fine. Sombra was finally confirmed for Overwatch
Dude, they strung that shit out.
for months.
The little games they were playing with the people that are like way more into shit than I ever will be, that know how to hack into code of games. Like, they rewarded those people like insane amount. They were hiding layers of code. There was all kinds of little in-game stuff that you could find, even on console. Like, if Reaper's at a certain spot at a certain time, he'll say, "Where's Sombra?" And you can see like papers floating in the street, and if you follow it till it like lays still, you can see like little clues about where Sombra is. Stuff kept leading to, like, you typed in a code and like the skull would pop up, which turns out it's her symbol, and it was a countdown, and there was a countdown to something else, and then another countdown. And people were starting to get a little over it, and then finally they realized the last countdown ended at BlitzCon, and we were like, finally, Sombra's coming.
Can you walk around the map as Reaper and just press X to Sombra?
That would be great.
Sombra?
Sombra,
Sombra!
so Sombra is like this hacker. Like, first off, they just kill it with their little 5-minute shorts.
I haven't watched any of them.
Oh
ever.
my god, they're really well
Oh,
done.
Blizzard's CG team is phenomenal.
I mean, those stories are like the one for Bastion is incredible.
Yeah, it's really good.
But this one's really good to introduce the character. She's kind of playing both sides, but she's a hacker,
Yeah,
and evidently she is like way overpowered right now.
yeah, because she was on the test server for PC just this past weekend.
She's got she's got little submachine guns. She's super fast. She has a teleporter, and she can hack any of the turrets and hack individual players to shut their guns down at individual times.
That's cool.
Well,
Like-
also like Reinhardt's shield. And,
Yeah, she can turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Evidently, like, if it's not easy to play with her, but if you're good with her, you will absolutely dominate right now.
yeah, it changes a lot.
Yeah, Overwatch is the most like consistently well balanced game I think I've ever played. That it's so good, and I've had to be out for a while because I've been having to play through all the single player games that have come out, and now all the shooters and all that stuff.
Don't worry, it's not going to stop for the next 6 months.
I can't wait to go back to Overwatch though for multiplayer. Like, I've been having to try and play some multiplayer for Titanfall, which is amazing, and Call of Duty and all that. And we played some Horde, and that's all been really fun. I really just want to go back to Overwatch. I love that shit, man. Also, new map.
Oh yeah.
I forget what it is, but there is a new map.
I didn't see that. Yeah, everybody was just finally like talking about finally Sombra is revealed. So they stretched that out a little bit.
For a game
Too
that
far.
there's no story mode, like, the lore that they are creating with that world is insane.
It's
Like,
pretty impressive.
Yeah,
I've never had the pleasure of like really playing and getting into a Blizzard game. I can't imagine, like, if I liked games like Warcraft, they must just be spectacular for what
Yeah.
what they could do with a game like that compared to what they're doing with a first-person shooter.
everything Blizzard touches is like pure gold in my opinion. Like Warcraft is great, World of Warcraft is great, StarCraft, Diablo, all 3 iterations, like all of them are fantastic. It makes me the most sad that StarCraft Ghost never came out. Like, I would kill to see them bring that out now. There's this like Metal Gear Solid style stealth action game in which you just play as a ghost from StarCraft. Like, that game would be fucking awesome. They're one of the best developers in existence. Like, I love everything they do. So I loved Overwatch. I barely played it, but I loved it for the little bit of time I played it. But yeah, you're not gonna have much time to play multiplayer games from now until like April.
Yep.
Then you'll have a little bit of a window again. Finally, it was N7 Day this week,
Yeah, it was.
which means we got finally another little trickling of Mass Effect news.
It's a tiny little nugget.
3 minutes every year and a
You know.
half, we're good to go. That sounded weird.
Oh, it was weird.
You made it weird.
I did. I tried.
All right, now
I
I'm making it
succeeded.
weird. Thoughts?
Fuck yes to everything in that trailer. It is, and I'm sure Evan will speak to this a little more in a second, but it's definitely, there's not a lot. Clearly, it teases some kind of new villain, which seems to be some kind of new race. At least, definitely not one I've ever seen in a Mass Effect game. But like interspersed with that, you kind of get also a tease of the new hero in this game. No name or anything, but you always get to see what he looks like. I assume he or she, depending on what you pick.
Yeah,
I
I'm
imagine
sure
they won't
you
do
can-
away with that.
No, you can absolutely. I'm sure.
But the big thing is, like, I was curious, like what races we might see in this and that kind of thing. And you see quite a few like races that, if you're very familiar with Mass Effect lore, you're going to be able to recognize. So yeah, just like getting to see that and getting to see how like really good some of the, it wasn't actual gameplay, but like clearly like those over the shoulder shots that are very similar to like the look of gameplay.
I think the one with like the big spiny looking like crazy
Tentacle
robot
thing?
thing.
Yeah.
That looked like gameplay to me.
I mean,
that was gameplay.
I don't know.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, I'm just saying we don't know if it's like an engine or whatever, but it's clearly like meant to model gameplay, and it looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
God, I'm fucking excited.
No, I am super excited as well. It is nice to see some familiar races in there. Sorry, which we saw during the PlayStation Pro video that they showed as well.
Yeah,
Um,
Sorry was the only one I think we knew going into this trailer that was going to be in it.
Hints of Krogan, as you said. I didn't see any Turian though, right?
I didn't see any. in
No
that either.
Henar, unfortunately.
Yeah, there were
because-
Turian, the legs
Were there?
for sure. Yep,
Okay.
and there were Solarians.
Okay, so all of this stuff that you guys are excited about, as someone who didn't play the trilogy, which is I had, kind of wasn't into that style of games until
Sure.
past couple of years, expanded my horizons a little bit. Would love to go back and play it. I just don't have the time.
Which is understandable. They're
Am
long
I
games.
going to enjoy this?
I mean, there's no.
Am
way
I
to
going to miss out on like so much because of all this?
I can't imagine. And the answer to that question is we don't know. I think. At this
Yeah, I
point,
know.
but
I just
I can't imagine that EA and BioWare aren't like incredibly aware of the fact that there are going to be probably a lot of people who have, just like you, have heard about Mass Effect but never did play
They've
the other Mass Effects. Like, this is going to be the first Mass Effect for a lot of people.
also
and I really hope it's
So-
not. I'm sorry, but I like what Dragon Age did was amazing, doing that online thing of like, let me fill in my story, and then I learned so much, and that's really cool. But I would still miss out on all, as much as that is like, and that's fine. They need to do fan service for all you guys that
Yeah,
have
yeah.
played that. I just hope that I do like this trailer. Like, this trailer is just whatever to me, because evidently it is all fan service to me of like people that are freaking out.
It
And,
is-
and good on them. But I'm gonna need a gameplay trailer to set me off, I guess.
I
'Cause
would
this, I was
argue-
like, I want to be excited. Everybody's freaking out, and I'm like, I don't get it.
I would argue that this trailer is almost like a step above fan service. Like, we're freaking out because we like recognize the alien species.
Yeah, you were looking at
Like-
a foot, and you're like, yeah, and I was like,
Exactly. Like, I really fucking love Mass Effect. Like, it's like a top like 5 franchises of
Now-
like all time for me of any entertainment.
Right,
So like,
I will say, BioWare has always done a very good job of ingratiating like new players. I never played the original Mass Effect. I just didn't have the console at the time when it came out, and I played it only
Was
when
it
it came
Xbox
out.
exclusive?
It was
Yeah.
it was published
Yeah.
by Microsoft for like 5 years.
you
And
still
so
can't buy it separately on the
You
PlayStation.
can only get it in the trilogy
Yeah.
pack. But I started with 2 and I went to 3, and with both of them, they had this like little action comic thing in which you played a still version of like all the major choices from the first one to the
Very
second
similar
one.
to what they did with Dragon Age. There will be some sort of way for you to grasp the world in the same way that you did Dragon. I can't imagine they don't do that.
Also-
and that's good. I just really hope this is a clear start of a new trilogy.
That's
like,
the thing. You're not going to need to go through that. Stuff.
Gears. I had you to help fill me on a little bit, and I'm sure like I don't have the love for it because I did miss out on like a lot of little things, but that was clearly new characters, new story, and I felt like I was in at the beginning.
Right.
If it can do that, I'm okay.
I think they will too, from what it seems like, and Mass Effect is, and Dragon Age for that matter, but Mass Effect came out first. And to a lesser extent, Knights of the Old Republic, which is also BioWare, they do an awesome job at filling in a history of the world. In Dragon Age they had the backstory, like little findings and stuff like that.
I worked on that thing for like 4 hours.
It's way more in depth in Mass Effect. Like there's so much to the codex.
I can't
man.
do it, man.
I mean,
can't
you'll
do
walk
that again.
You'll walk into
Yeah, you
like
can.
you'll walk into like one city and you'll just see like new codex, new codex, new codex, new codex. Like,
Fuck.
and some of them are short, but almost all of them are voiced.
I'll just have to I'll have to train myself to not
Treat
do that.
yourself.
And treat myself. I'll have to train
Yeah, treat
myself.
yourself.
I like just where I don't look at everything, because like surely there's just no way to do that. I guess
It would take a long time.
Yeah, I don't read a lot of the codex stuff, and you still get like the great
because
experience.
man, I
in
love doing
general.
that shit. But like that's what being new to that style of game like has been my biggest struggle for going like it's why I couldn't finish Dragon Age despite the fact that I love that game. And I was like I think I hit 50 hours or something.
You didn't get out of the hinterlands.
I'm at 12%, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Yep.
I was like,
Welcome to The Witcher for me.
I was like, can't do it. I was like, I've got to stop. There's other things that have to happen in life.
Now, in Mass Effect, to be fair, there's not like one single area that, at least
I beat
in
the fuck out of the hinterlands.
at least in like while you're playing in a level that's that big, there are areas that are bigger than that, like the Citadel in
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2 and 3, where you can explore a lot, but there's not anything. But I think you're also going to like Mass Effect a lot more than Dragon Age just because of guns,
it's also mission
sticky
structure.
cover.
Yeah, it's a
stuff like that.
third-person shooter,
Yeah,
just with all the same elements.
RPG elements.
All with all the same elements of Dragon Age.
but it's less RPG elements than Dragon Age. They started off at really, really strong RPG elements with inventory management, decking out your guys and stuff like
Compare
that. And
this
then
to-
after the first one, they eased up on that and made it more about the combat and the story.
So Destiny?
Not nearly that action heavy. It does have RPG elements in it, but it's not. And plus, they're ditching the Paragon Renegade spectrum. Do you see that?
no, I did not see that.
no.
That's totally gone now. They're not
Interesting.
doing
That's interesting,
Paragon
yeah.
Renegade.
Are you
That's
trying to
good
compare it-
versus evil choice?
Yes.
Are you talking about?
I'm sorry, what?
Paragon Renegade. It's good versus evil. Choice.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
that
okay.
will open up different skill sets, skill trees for different powers, and
Kind
stuff
of like how they
that.
did in the Star Wars games.
Yeah.
You could kind of go dark side
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And
Or
Fables.
Infamous.
Fables,
Did that as
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah.
Fable. Sorry.
the Fables.
yeah.
They did also confirm that loyalty missions are back as well.
Yes. The thing that makes Mass Effect 2 the best Mass Effect. I mean, there are a lot of things, but that's the fucking icing on the cake.
People are really
Mass
happy
Effect
about
is
that.
mostly about. It's not about inventory management anymore. It's about party management, which is awesome. It
I'm
gives
way
you
more.
so much
I
more
hate
depth in
inventory
characters.
management. I
So-
hate it. It's the only thing that
The-
worries me about the new
If you
Zelda.
do
Yeah.
happen to go back and play the first three, like if by some miracle you are able to find the time, just hypothetically, the first game is a little heavy on the inventory
That's called
management.
divorce.
But what two did was it scaled that back and then
By a lot.
by a whole lot. It amped up the action a little bit, and then the biggest thing was you basically spent the first like half of the game going around the galaxy collecting all these like random people with like different skill sets, and then to be able to like use them effectively in your team, you did loyalty missions, and you basically like went down like this kind of rabbit hole with just them, and it was like very personal about like something to like have to do with them, and you have to complete some task, and like by doing that you basically like gained their trust and respect as
Right.
as their commander. And then the more like people you completed those loyalty missions with, the better odds you had when you went into like this final mission where you kind of had to like select your team correctly to like keep as many people alive as possible.
I
Which
got
is why I
everybody
played the end of
alive,
Mass
I think.
Effect 2 like 8 times.
Yeah, the only person I consistently lost was the man. He was the mercenary. Started with a Z. I can't
Oh,
remember, with the scar down his face.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. And I can't remember his name either because me.
He did
But-
die in my game. No, I think he was.
Everyone is alive in my save.
Because you
Did you
leave
say
him.
Morden?
Oh, I take that back. Morden is dead.
But that was in 3.
That wasn't 3. You're right.
You
And
have a
two,
way to save
and
him.
2, everybody was
From a
alive.
decision in 2.
Yes, yeah, but I didn't want to go back through
I've
all
heard
3
it's
games and
crazy
save Morden.
complicated to keep
Plus-
him alive.
Plus, I think Morden like I feel like
That's
that's,
the way you go out.
Yeah.
He's got it.
It's
He's-
right. You don't want Morden alive.
No, not if you formed the right connection with Morgan.
That's correct,
Man, I am like so fucking excited for that game, though.
dude. You have no idea. I'm probably gonna take a vacation around that game.
It's totally worth getting into. I would love to see you try and play 1, 2, and 3. It's gonna be hard, especially with apparently the slog that 1 can be. Like it is the most straight up RPG of them all.
God, you can equip different bullets to different guns to different party members. It's incredibly tedious.
God damn it.
Yeah.
That's too much, man.
Yeah, it's why I've never like had the desire to get the trilogy pack to go back. Like I got the story that I need. I killed Caden, which is all that mattered to me.
The thing in 1 is the villain. The villain is awesome
Yep,
in Mass Effect
Saren.
1. Saren is so badass.
And that's
I've read books about that dude after
that's
that
what
game.
makes me mostly excited for this trailer, because that guy has strong hints of Saren. in
That's
it.
fair. It's a very, very similar tone. I agree with that.
I mean-
I actually didn't think about that, but you're totally right.
The Elusive Man was awesome, as well.
Yes, yeah. I mean,
That's
there's
what they call me.
there's
President
a lot
Bartlett?
of awesome.
Yeah, President Bartlett. Thane was like, in my opinion, a super underrated character. I fucking love that dude.
That thing was all right.
What?
I said thing was all right.
Whatever. Anyway, that's saying spring 2017. I would be kind of shocked if it actually makes that date right now.
Yeah, I can see fall 2017.
We
but
kind of haven't
we'll
seen
see.
much of anything aside from this one trailer and like a minute and a half of gameplay.
To be fair, like Nintendo's dropping every bit of information about their system like 60 days out, so
Yeah.
it's possible.
Also,
possible.
EA is the one that's pushing them to drop a release date time
Yeah, and
frame.
Oh,
EA
yeah.
tends
They're
to
not
push back
That
games
feels
the
like
least. I feel like.
But that just feels like summer at best. I said fall next year originally.
I mean,
but
when they say spring, I think they probably mean May.
yeah,
So
I mean, there was that leak.
I bet it'll be April push to May, if I had to guess, or March push to May.
Again, there was that leak of the comic or whatever that was listed on Amazon that said it was literally launching simultaneously and it comes out March 30th or 31st.
I mean, that would be fucking awesome, but I
I
also want them to get this game right. So
yeah.
get it right.
I mean,
just like that,
they've been working on it for a long ass time. So
that they have.
anyway, I think we're gonna go ahead and cut that for the evening.
Yeah, this may be my last game show.
Ever.
So, no,
You're
For a little
fucking
while.
fired.
if you're first time, yeah, I'm having a baby here in a couple weeks. The plan is for me to do one more TV and one more game show. We'll see though. Jayla's already starting to push back on that a little bit. I'm pretty sure I get here next week. 2 weeks might not happen, so we'll see. I'm not gone forever. Hopefully, we're gonna see if there's maybe some way I can catch up on be here in spirit and in voice, but not.
How happy would
Not
she be
physically.
if that actually happens?
She'd be okay. The problem with that would be like, why can't you do that always? So
Yeah, that's. I didn't think about that.
yeah, well,
That might be the wrong road to go down.
we may not do it every week. I may be like,
Fair
it's
enough.
really hard. I may be like, we're paying money for this.
There you go.
There it
Thousands of dollars to use Skype. Don't look into that.
By the way, I changed the password to our online banking. I forgot it too.
Well, thank you everybody for watching and listening, and we will see you guys next week.
Bah.